Hi, I'll look briefly at how to edit your XML file to get the light patterns programmed for your Jupiter ball. So first thing that you'll need to do is to open up the XML file in any text editor. You can use Notepad, WordPad, or any file editor or text editor from the internet. The file is a standard XML file, so it follows all the usual conventions. The most important thing to know is that it's a fixed size, so it's recommended that you use the insert key in order to make sure that you don't add or delete characters. Another useful tip is to not make too many changes at once. Do a few, upload the file to your Jupiter ball, check that you get an error or you don't get an error, and then make more changes when you're confident that everything's working. So the first thing is your Jupiter ball has both a north and a south hemisphere, and you'll see this program's north and further down program's south. So the file is divided into two parts, so you can program up 99 tracks on the Jupiter ball independently. So what is a track? A track is basically a sequence of lights and times. Each line in the program contains 5 different elements, so we'll have a quick look at these. The first one is the speed. You'll see here it's measured percent. 100% is normal speed, 200% is double speed, and 50% is high speed. You can change this as you wish. The next thing is the elements register, which tells the ball how many different elements there are in each track. So in this simple there's just one element, one colour. In this more complex Dancing on the Sun track, there are actually 12 different changes. And here in Magic Rainbow, you can see 6 different things. So this number, the elements, keeps a tally of how many different changes there are in your pattern. The next thing is the name. You can use any name you want, but do make sure you keep names a consistent length using these placeholders. The thing is the serial number, and this is the key of the number of light programs there are in each hemisphere of the ball. So in this case, in the north ball, there are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 different tracks. So one has a rising number, so we can keep a record of those. So now for the heart of the system, and that's your track programming. Each track, as you can see here, consists of a hexadecimal colour. You can pick using Colour Picker online or Photoshop or any kind of graphics program, and a time measured in milliseconds. So for each part of your track, you add your colour, add your time in milliseconds, and then a semicolon. So all you need to know really is that by default, the ball will fade between the different elements in your program. If you don't want the ball to fade, you need to duplicate the part of the track that you're working on, and with a second version of it, change this time to 0, and that will give you a fast cut between the different colours and lights. As you work through programming your ball, when you get to the end, you'll need to just change and have a look at these settings at the top. The start time you can leave the same, you can leave the date as it is, and you can add a username, but again, make sure you keep these placeholders. You also need to set the switch time, which is the time in milliseconds between the dim settings on your ball and also between the changes in tracks. You can set the program looping. Here it's 1, which means the ball will loop through these programs once. You also need to add up the number of tracks that you've got on each side of the ball, north and south, and add the number here. Once you've finished, all you need to do is save the XML file, upload it to your ball, and check that it works. If your ball flashes red, that means you've got some form of error, and you need to go back over the file and try again.